Save our planet. Tropical plants and animal species face threat from warming weather. A new study predicts that plants and animals in tropical rainforests and mountains may find it difficult to adapt in the future, as such areas have warmed more than 0.75 degrees Celsius since 1975, with further temperature increases continuing. The study projects that climate change will cause a 600-meter shift upwards of all temperature zones, with some species finding themselves in completely unfamiliar habitats as a result. Study lead Dr. Robert Colwell of the University of Connecticut, USA, stated that significant extinctions could occur if the species either cannot move or if they fail to adapt to the cooler region. Many thanks, Dr. Colwell and colleagues, for this important study on the delicate state of our ecosystems. We pray that all people preserve the diversity of flora and fauna for the balance of our shared biosphere.
Rural Malaysians grow their own food. For those in the countryside of the Sarawak state, escalating food prices have more than doubled the cost of staples such as rice. In response, the 2,000 residents of the rural community of Long Lama began planting their own food and are now growing paddies of rice, as well as gardens filled with leafy vegetables, beans, chili peppers, tapioca, and fruit. Wow, what an inspiring response to adversity, Long Lama residents! May we be motivated by your enlivening example towards similar green steps to provide for ourselves and the planet.
我还有一个意见啊，大家每个人如果家里有那个园里而不是种草啊，或是让乱七八糟的，我们可以种蔬菜啊，大家也可以自己足够用，或是一点点帮助，这样子我们又有那个好的素食，又省时间，又有省钱，又省那个交通啊。
Australia faces its hottest drought. Amidst record lows in rainfall, temperatures in the southeastern states of Victoria and Tasmania have reached record highs. This devastating combination, for which there is currently no respite in sight, is endangering the Murray-Darling River system, an important resource for agricultural irrigation whose southern inflows rely on these drought-stricken areas. By contrast, areas in northern Australia are seeing record highs in rainfall. Our prayers for the resiliency of the people of Australia as they endure the extreme weather effects of global warming. Let us take swift action to stabilize these patterns through our eco-friendly lifestyles so that all may live in comfort and plenty.
United Nations reports reduced pollution from ships. The United Nations International Maritime Organization, or IMO, recently announced significant progress in reducing pollution and greenhouse gas emissions from ships. The IMO's Marine Environment Protection Committee, meanwhile, continues to develop measures to minimize harmful pollutants, manage ballast water systems, recycling of vessels, and protecting cetaceans such as whales from ships. Bravo and our gratitude, United Nations International Maritime Organization, for your accomplishments in reducing marine pollution. May we continue on the path of ever-expanding harmony with our environment.
Greenland Glacier rapidly melting. For the past 10 years, scientists have been seeking to understand why Jakobshavn Isbrae, one of Greenland's largest glaciers, suddenly began to melt. Researchers at New York University's Center for Atmosphere Ocean Science have determined the melting rate began to rise when subsurface water temperatures increased, with currents that were traceable to the North Atlantic Ocean. Previous studies have already linked this rapid increase in thinning to global warming, and scientists are especially concerned that a similar melting trend sparked by warming waters beneath the Antarctic ice sheet could have severe implications for sea level rise. We thank you, New York University and other scientists, for sharing these startling findings of rapid Greenland glacier retreat. We pray for divine protection and the safety of those vulnerable as we strive to restore the balance of our planetary home.
Create a shield of compassion around the Earth. Across the globe, many climate change scientists agree that it is a far better use of our present time to focus on actions that mitigate global warming rather than a precise prediction of its effects. During the recent SOS Stop Global Warming seminar in Thailand, Supreme Master Ching Hai affirmed this advice and highlighted the main way to intervene and even prevent climate-related calamity, the plant-based diet.
ให้ทุกคนร่วมมือกันอย่างจริงจังและช่วยป้องกันผลกระทบได้รวดเร็วยิ่งขึ้นค่ะ
We should not emphasize the worst effect of global warming. We should not expect the disaster to come, but we should begin to focus on how to prevent this. We have to turn to the opposite direction, which is in the best interest of Thai people and the world. That is, again, to live a compassionate lifestyle, to be a vegetarian, better even, a vegan, meaning no animal product whatsoever, so that the benevolent atmosphere will envelop our planet, and of course Thailand, with protection and blessing from heaven, because we create a shield around us, around our planet, by a very compassionate, powerful, benevolent atmosphere. That is the only protection that is safe and everlasting.
Following the seminar, participants reflected on their shared sense of personal empowerment to make a difference.
ภาวะโลกร้อนกำลังรุนแรงถ้าอยากให้ดีก็ต้องช่วยรณรงค์หรือว่าทานมังสวิรัติไปเลยก็ได้ครับ
As a responsible citizen, we should all be concerned about it because this affect us, affect our well-being, but we are all interconnected. Anything that can help to reduce this state of emergency in our planet, then I believe it's a good thing. I'm working to eat less and less meat.
We would like to thank Supreme Master Ching Hai for the deep concern, wisdom, and love she shares to ensure a future for our planet. May we all help to create this shield of love and mercy through expressing compassion in our daily actions, starting with our choice of meals. Please tune in at a future date to Words of Wisdom for the full conference with multi-language subtitles here on Supreme Master Television.
MMA Architects of South Africa has won the Curry Stone Design Prize for their innovative sandbag construction housing that is inexpensive to build and has excellent thermal properties.
Chile's protection for marine mammals is officially signed into law by President Michelle Bachelet, making the country's 3,400-mile-long coast a sanctuary for its 43 cetaceous species by officially banning any harm to whales or their environment.